continuously whether it is appropriate to adjust the suspension for ride comfort. And before we released this feature to the world, we sent prototype versions of it to the entire fleet that ran passively in the background, sending us anonymous data about every time it would have engaged, which taught us exactly how it was going to behave in the wild, in every environment, in every circumstance.
Yeah, being able to test new algorithms in the background without impacting the car is really critical ability for us, especially for safety critical things like automatic emergency braking.
And we've used it to iterate on early versions of our stability control algorithms, which were introduced to the entire Model 3 fleet in 2017 with extremely high confidence, even on a very foundational and safety critical function. OK, so far you've heard me talk a lot about how we leverage our software systems to iterate quickly on the customer-facing product. But what I haven't talked about, and what we haven't said much about publicly in general, is how we leverage these capabilities in our own internal operations. So for example, in the early days of manufacturing Model S, we very quickly realized that there are a lot of different ways you could misassemble a car. You could forget to plug in a wire. You could not fully set a connector. You could pull a part from the wrong bin. So when we designed our manufacturing processes for Model 3 and all of our other vehicles going forward, we took a page from the software playbook, which says, test early and test often. And we applied that mantra to every single car that we build at every step of the assembly line. So now, when a production associate plugs something into the car, the central car computer sees that connection, confirms that it's the correct part for the type of car that's supposed to be built, installs a software update if necessary, checks configurations and calibrations, and runs a barrage of tests on that thing and all the other things that are connected to it. And if it finds an anomaly that can't be fixed purely with software, it throws an alert immediately that is displayed prominently on the vehicle's display, as well as sent to back-end command and control systems, so that a human can come over and fix the problem before the rest of the car gets built on top of it. And we're taking a similar approach in service through a combination of onboard vehicle diagnostics, natural language processing applied to customer narratives when a customer schedules a service appointment, and a suite of internally developed tools. We are successfully diagnosing, scheduling, and ordering parts for over 33% of customer concerns in service.
Yep, and we also use testers built around our own controllers to test sub-assemblies before they get to the car, which will be even more important as we go to Lars's unboxed assembly strategy.
100%. We'll know with extremely high confidence that before those boxes get put together, that they are assembled, they themselves are assembled correctly. OK, you've heard at lots of other events about all the awesome things that our autopilot and AI teams are doing to make the car drive itself, bringing us into the future of autonomy. But we've also been thinking for years about all of the other pieces that we are going to need to manage a network of autonomous vehicles. A lot of this has been happening behind the scenes in the form of platform-level functionality that we'll leverage later. But you've seen some of it surface already in terms of features that our customers and our internal operations teams can benefit from. Like in 2021, we built on top of our mobile app phone key and gave our customers the ability to share their car with anyone by sending them an invitation in a text message or an email. Last year, we introduced profile synchronization, which synchronizes your seat, steering, and mirror positions, as well as your settings, media favorites, and stored navigation locations across all vehicles in your account. Internally, we have an app that allows our personnel in engineering, manufacturing, delivery, and logistics to view, locate, and drive all Tesla-owned vehicles at their site. And when customers bring their car into service, when they receive a Tesla-owned service loaner vehicle, we are starting at some locations to automatically add that vehicle to the customer's mobile app account, so that combined with cloud-synchronized profiles and phone key, it's a completely seamless experience. As soon as the customer walks up to that loaner, it behaves and feels exactly like their own car. And all this is built on top of end-to-end encryption and cryptographically signed commands, so that customer data remains private and obscure, and the fleet only trusts commands from authorized parties. So that's a bit of a preview of all the pieces that we're building, looking ahead to our future of autonomous fleets. Synchronization